Okay, we're talking about a lot of other things today, but the one thing we want to get from this segment is our procedure that will eliminate a very common problem that most people have when painting. It doesn't matter if you're painting blue, red, green, orange. If you're going with a dissimilar color, we always worry about hiding the underlying paint. And so one of the areas where the old paint always shows through is around your door jambs, in this area right here, and also up at the ceiling in your crown mold, and then also down here at the bottom, which you don't see as much, but certainly at eye level and any of your vertical door jambs. When a typical painter paints, they will just come and they will hand cut this in. They may brush it out this far, maybe out this far. Then they bring their big roller and they roll back into it. And what happens is this paint that is close to the trim that has been brushed, it's all smoothed down. It's got small brush marks in it. Then when we come back and we roll here, the roller will put almost a carpet texture, a very subtle, bumpy texture of some sort. And so those two different surfaces, the slick versus the textured, no matter how different, and the more different, the more extreme, but there's going to be a difference every time. So when we pull our brush through, we're going to expose the underlying paint. But if we come back with a roller, this is our mini roller that we're going to show in a minute. This rolls, it's got a flat tip, it rolls right against the trim. So there's not even a 1/16 of an inch that doesn't get paint. Now we will brush this down just to kind of seal that edge of that tape. And then we bring this roller right over top. This roller texture matches our big roller. So we have the big roller texture here. That same texture is going to be carried all the way edge to edge. And we've had many cases where by taking this roller back over that brushed area, you put enough texture and you get a really good hide, but mainly a uniform color. I know if you've seen it, but when we have a beige color, we can even see it in this room. Different corners with different angular light look different. So if we have a smooth area and a textured area, those will be two different colors. And that's what's described as a hat band. That's the band that usually runs around the top of every room. And you'll notice it if you look for it. We'll see a different color manifestation of that brushed area. I've seen painters, they'll brush down 4 inches. Take this little roller. This is the key to a good paint job. We're going to talk about it in conjunction with the bigger equipment. And we'll show this real quick, actually put some paint on. But you need the texture of the roller going wall to wall. The only way you can do it is by taping your trim. Some people debate, do I tape, do I hand paint? You get painters that say, oh, a real painter doesn't use tape. I don't care. I'm using tape. I'm going to give the best job I can by bringing that texture all the way in, and I'm going to have a pinstripe line on my trim. And it takes an extra 15 or 20 minutes per room to do it this way. So let's look at our rollers real quick, and let's get going. I think we're running out of battery on our camera, and we're running out of time. So I like the Wooster. There's 2 predominant brands in the marketplace, Wooster and Purdy. Different painters will prefer certain things. If you're talking about Sherwin-Williams, of course they own the Purdy Brush Company, so Sherwin-Williams will sell Purdy, but I really think Wooster has a better setup all the way around, and we'll talk about that later too. This is the key to our thing is a Sherlock frame. They call this a Sherlock. And what you'll notice is this little silver clip here. This keeps your roller from sliding off. That's a common problem. You know, the roller slides off. It locks on with this, and it unlocks when you remove it. Now this is a 9-inch roller, but that is just a that's a smooth roller. It's a nice heavy frame. It doesn't bend. And this is only about $5 or $6 at Andrea's, maybe 7. And again, then we've got our small roller. Now the key other difference between the Wooster and other brands is the way they attach to your pole. Certainly they have the screw thread so you can put it on a regular painter pole, but Sherlock is the Wooster brand of a locking mechanism. This has an octagon here, keeps it from twisting, and you snap it on. Okay? So I can change to my little roller if I need that pole. I can change them that quick. If I need another extra extension, I can put it on this one. This is called the Javelin. This is actually just a straight 4-foot section. You can put several of these together to get a real high area. You can use it with any of your basic extension pole. that's the Javelin with a 4-foot extension. I use this a lot on exterior, these Javelins. You can put 4 or 5 together and add it on an 8 to 24. You can get up about 30 feet with all Worcester equipment. Along with that, Worcester makes a very specific tray or pan. This is an old one, but it's called a Pelican. It's supposedly shaped like a pelican, I don't know. But it's got a nice rubber handle here for comfort and really security. You got a place where your fingers go in here. This pipe will hold the mini roller, and it sits right there. Another nice feature, it's got a magnet. Now there's several of these different magnet and brush combinations, but I still think the Pelican was the first, and I think they're still the best. So for small areas, we can use a combination of the mini roller and our brush, and we have those together. This comes with liners, and we can get these to out. A little fresh liner. And this is an old one, it's dry, we can use it again, or we can use a fresh one. So that's good. We have the same kind of liner for what we call, this is the big bin tray. Now the stickers are off. This is the big bin tray from Worcester. Very nice. It's got a little compartment here where you can lay a brush. The other thing I like about this pan, and this seems like a silly thing, but these ridges on the pan will actually keep the paint even on your brush. Some of them have a large dimple, and it actually puts a dimple print into your roller. So everything for a reason, but this is the ultimate roller setup. You don't need anything else. These small liners. You can use a 9-inch tray, but you got to keep pouring paint. With this, I can pour half a gallon on a couple walls. Now, here's the other key. 14-inch rollers. A lot of guys don't like them, a lot of guys do. Most of my customers use the 14-inch. Most painters will use a 14-inch. Now, they make an 18. The problem with an 18-inch roller, a lot of times the walls may be wavy. So an 18-inch will span. Your studs are 16 inches, and you can have one stud here that's high, 18 inches, it'll bridge. So the 14 will never find yourself bridging a stud with 16-inch stud construction. So the 14-inch far superior to the 18, much more controllable. But here's the key, it's a balanced roller, okay? Not like the 9-inch, where if I get a little sideways, this 14-inch, it just lays on the wall. With the outside frame, it has to stay straight. You just let it on the wall, okay? So you'll see that a little more when we start painting. So we've got our 14-inch, we've got our matching jumbo coater frame, 4.5-inch, same nap, same frame. You'll also notice that this roller looks like it's used, and it is. I really prefer a used roller.